Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Who You'd, an unofficial Doctor Who watch along podcast. Today, we're discussing the very first sixth Doctor episode, The Twin Dilemma. But before we get into that, my name is Ben, and I'm here with my co-host Cam. How you doing today, Cam?
I'm doing good. It's Oscar night as a film fan.
Ooh,
I am excited to see what's going to happen. This Oscars is one of those Oscars where some Oscars we know are going to win by this time. This one, it could be anyone's game. It could be Sinners. It could be one battle after another. It could be a Hamnet surprise. We have no idea. So that's somewhat exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. I was a bad boy, Ben. Us here at Who We Ooh do not condone online betting, but I was a bad boy and online betted for the first time in my life. I
why?
put some money on the line for the Oscars
Why? And
to
then
make it
what?
more interesting to for me watching it to be like, I'm gonna be a little bit invested now.
What
Um,
did you bet on?
I only bet $33
On Best Picture?
on not everything, but like I did picture, I did director, I did best supporting actor, and I did cinematography.
So like $5 a piece.
Yeah. I did picture I did 1, I did Sinners, and then 2, I did Hamnet. Because I feel like because of the way that the Academy is votes via ranked voting, okay?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like the number 1. The most movies that gets number 1 doesn't automatically get picture. So, I think there's a possibility, right?
Sinners could be one that gets a lot of 2s and 3s.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think Sinners and One Battle are both movies that are gonna have a lot of ones, while Hamnet is gonna be the one that has a lot of 2s and 3s. So then that's gonna make it so that it's gonna get Best Picture. So that's why I put $3 bet for Hamnet, but if that $3 bet wins, Ben, I'm gonna get $100. So we'll wait and see
Wow.
if that $3 bet's gonna pay off.
I imagine the Sinners one is a much worse,
It's
whatever you
20%
call it.
odds.
Yeah.
So, like, I would still get I think, like, I put, like, $5 for Sinners, so, like, I would get, like, $50, but the Hamnet one is only, like, 3% odds, so, like, it's if it wins, I'm gonna be excited boy.
You
I
should have
still think I think there's a
bet
chance.
300.
And another big one is I did Coogler for Best Director, even though I think PTA is gonna win, I think he deserves it. I think this is PTA's time, but I think there's a chance that Coogler is gonna come in and be the upset and get that be the first African American man to get Best Director.
Wow. I guess you will see
Have
in
you watched any of the nominees, Ben?
a Best Picture. I did not really see any movies this year. I did not see any of the Best Picture movies.
Mm. K-pop Demon Hunters is nominated for best song and is probably gonna win an Academy Award for best song.
And, Best Animated, it's nominated.
Yeah. It's probably gonna win. I feel like there's a chance
Oh,
Zootopia
Avatar:
2.
Fire and Ash for Best Costume Design.
It's gonna
So
be Frankenstein, I would imagine, for best
I've
costume
seen
design.
2 nominated movies into any
Yeah,
category then.
yeah,
I missed a lot despite working at a movie theater
yeah,
and getting free tickets. I just
yeah.
didn't go see anything, I guess.
One Battle and Sinners, I'm shocked that you didn't see yet.
There are
Those are big
ones that
ones.
I wanted to, but
Yeah,
I for no particular reason, I just never got around to it.
yeah. They're probably not your typical type of movies, um, but they're still very good movies
Yeah.
uh, that you would
Several of
probably
my
still enjoy.
coworkers saw each of them, like, multiple times.
Yeah. But today is not gonna be an Oscar podcast, Ben. Unless you have anything to say. Anything exciting happening in your life?
This is kinda it right here. You're watching it or listening to it.
So, Ben, let's cut to the chase. Let's go to the big daddy of them all, Twin Dilemma.
Yes.
We got here. We got here, ladies and gentlemen. It took us
It's
2 years.
a brand new doctor.
We got a brand new doctor, and it's famously regarded as being the worst first episode of a doctor.
Kinda, yeah.
Not
Um,
kinda. What else is there except Time the Rani is also one that is not well received, but this is, I would say, even worse received.
yeah. Uh,
I don't think Sylvester in that story strangles Mel.
Here's hoping. Um, But before
Here's
we get
hoping
in
that he does.
no, here's hoping he doesn't. Before we get into our thoughts, this was written by Anthony Stephen, who this
but
is but
heavily written by Eric Saber. So
gotcha. But Anthony Stephen, this is his sole credit. Directed by Peter Moffat, back from Five Doctors, Margin Undead, Visitation, and State of Decay. All pretty decent stories.
yes.
Produced by J&T. Oh, and broadcast March 22nd through March 30th, 1984 on BBC One.
And of course, what the significance about that is for a rare move apart from Hartnell to Troughton, and that was more due to sickness, of course. This is a rare time where we got a regeneration story mid-season. Not even
Yeah.
it's more like late season, but still, it's like in the middle of a season, they changed doctors because they didn't want the audience to wait for this new doctor. And that, of course, is gonna be something we're gonna have to talk about when we discuss what they decided to do with the doctor.
Yeah. We get to sit with this characterization of the Doctor for, like, a year.
Yes, but before we get into our general thoughts, it is tradition, Ben, to talk before we get into the first episode of Doctor and to talk about the general thoughts. It's tradition to talk about the theme and the new titles before we get into the
Uh,
Doctor. So, what
it's
did you
the s
think of the Sixth Doctor theme and the new titles?
it's the same theme, right?
I believe so, but the new titles are different.
Yeah. Very reminiscent, but a little bit more
Yes,
color. We see Colin Baker's not just face, but, like, shoulders. Um,
it's definitely feels more 80s. It's more disco.
yeah. And then even the logo, it's the same, like, kinda neon logo, but now, like, little bit curved, and it's got a little bit of, like, chromatic aberration stuff kinda going
Yeah,
on.
and purple.
Yeah. It's different, it's more colorful.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, it's very 80s.
I think,
You know, you don't have to tell somebody what decade this title sequence is from. If they watched it, would be able to tell you that this was made in the 1980s.
I like, Colin's smile more than Peter's.
Yeah,
Peter
it's like
kinda
the
has a
yeah, Colin wants to be there.
fuck
He wants to be the Doctor. But also it's kinda weird because that smile, I don't know if that fits the Sixth Doctor very much.
yeah, we'll talk about it.
So yeah, is that all? Basically, it's more the same. It's just more colorful and more 80s.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it works.
It's not my favorite titles and it's not my favorite theme, but it does its job.
What is your favorite titles and favorite theme?
The the majority of Tom's one, like the first one. That for classic, that's probably my favorite. And for new
Like,
series,
12 to 17?
yeah. For new series, it's probably the 9 and 10 intros, just because that's my childhood. Um, I do. I am a Series 7 B titles defender. I know some people hate it. I really like those titles. And also, I love Jody's. Jody's is just chef's kiss. That theme and the big drums and like it adds that creepiness factor of like the first and second Doctor title sequence. That might be my favorite new series one. I love that one so much.
Yeah, I've seen for those of you just tuning in for a brand new doctor to our show, I am someone who I have seen exclusively every Doctor Who story from Unearthly Child to this episode, uh,
Except for some of season 1 years ago.
series 1, but yeah. Uh, but I have seen all the titles, and the
Yeah,
Jodie's is very good.
it's
What
very
my
good.
favorite is? I don't know. I think I might like Troughton's or 7 to 10
Mm.
more than kinda 11 to 17.
Also, I wanna give a shout out. Not a shout out. The opposite. The ones I hate the most. I hate Peter Capaldi's one. Capaldi's one is just awful. Especially Marigold's theme is just horrendous for that one. It's so high pitched to just it grinds it grinds my gears.
He has like a guitar one though.
Yeah. That one's cool. That one's cool. And then it's Peter. That's it makes it even more better.
Uh,
But anyways,
the
Twin
only
Dilemma.
one I don't really like, I don't like McCoy's.
I disagree. I love McCoy's. It's an adventure, Ben. I love when the titles are a little adventure through
It's
space and time.
it's very ambitious for the
Yes.
time, and I don't love the music.
I love the music, but to each its own.
And the
So, Ben,
logo is objectively the worst Doctor Who logo.
I love the logo. I'm biased. I'm biased. I'm sorry. Um, General thoughts. Twin Dilemma, Ben. New Doctor,
Um,
new story, new just take on the Doctor. Period. What did you
it's
think of the Sixth Doctor and the Twin Dilemma overall?
it's crazy how different this just I know he's still fucking crazy right now because he's got post regeneration sickness, but
Yeah.
even just it changes the whole vibe of the show. Like
Mm,
this episode and not even Caves of Androzani, but like Planet of Fire feel like
yeah.
this is like a totally separate new thing and not something that something completely different from what we had 2 weeks ago. Uh, just vibes wise. Um, I guess to start, Sixth Doctor Colin Baker. Um, he's suffering from post regeneration sickness, of course, but uh, um,
Yeah, I can say
he
my thoughts if you want me
Colin
to.
Baker.
Yep.
I can tell that he seems like a good actor.
Yes,
He's an
I would agree.
like he's I can see he's got like he seems like a fun guy, but I guess it's the script they're giving him. They're making him say and do just the worst things. Like, of course,
On Doctor things.
we have to talk about like in part 1, he
Yes.
nearly kills Peri
Yeah, strangles
and
her
then like
because
gaslights her and
yeah,
just like the most even like in Castrovalva when, Peter wasn't feeling well. He never tried to kill anyone
oh,
or
I would have
cower
loved
behind
this.
them
I would have loved the
or
sequence where he tries to strangle Adric. That would have been a great sequence.
it makes him feel like he's not just
The
very
Doctor.
undoctor like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And
I would
and
agree.
this isn't like crazy. Like they know this is not good. Even just
Yeah,
like skipping ahead to the final lines, like basically saying, "Suck it up, I'm the doctor," and don't make a judgment too quick. Talking to Perry, but also to the audience.
yeah. So, my thoughts, right? So, famously, I just wanna start this off saying Russell T Davies has a quote. I tried to get the magazine was not available online anywhere. He said famously that this is the beginning of the end of classic Doctor Who. It kinda is, just because in the public's perception, you just bring this new doctor in and you say, "Okay, yeah, this doctor is now unlikable." And you're like, Why?
Intentionally.
Why did you create your main lead be so unlikable and so uncharacteristically themselves? He is such an egotist. Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor, is someone that would walk into a room and tell them that I am the smartest person in the world. Nobody is greater than me. And it doesn't just show that by our actions, will literally just tell them straight up with their words of just like, look how great I am. I the smartest? Like, yes, we understand. Like, it's so sufferable to watch him, especially in this story. Famously, as well, Eric Sabrad was a little bit pissed off that he wasn't involved in the casting process of Colin as a script editor. What
I've
happened
heard
was
tales of potential like revenge
yeah.
scripts.
So, like, basically, the story goes JNT was at, like, a
Like
party, like a wedding,
sabotage.
and Colin Baker was there. Colin Baker was Colin Baker. As you could probably tell just from this, or even, like, if you watched any convention clips of him, he's very good at just working your room. He is the center of attention. So JNT thought, "This is my doctor," and offered him the role as the doctor. Alexia was a little pissed off at that he didn't have any involvement in the doctor, so he decided to make him unlikable, that's why we get the Sixth Doctor. There was also, I read overall plan that it was gonna be like a the column the seventh no, sorry, the Sixth Doctor was gonna be like an onion, Ben. It was gonna be like Shrek. It was gonna have layers, and they're gonna
Yeah.
peel back those layers. So by like the seventh season of the Sixth Doctor, you're gonna say, "Wow, he's grown so much. He's so likable, and I love him." And
Instead, we get the show almost gets canceled, and then they fire him.
Colin Baker also said that he wanted to be the next Tom Baker. He wanted to be 7 years as the Doctor, maybe even longer. And of course, he's like the shortest lived Doctor, besides now Shooty and Paul. But like, it's just sad because even in a story like this, Twin Dilemma, there's little hits here and there where you're like, he is a good Doctor. He's not badly cast,
Yeah.
but he says lines of dialogue and his actions are so undoctorly, like strangling one's companion, that it's just
Jeez.
hard for you to even buy that this is the same character that we've been following for at this point 20 years.
Yeah, and they dress him in, like,
Oh,
these
we haven't even
mismatched
talked about the costume.
rags. It's like a humiliation ritual.
So, I take it you're not a big fan of the Six Doctors outfit.
I mean, it could grow on me, but it's too much.
Yeah. Colin has said that he wanted it he wanted to dress up like he wanted his costume to be like Christopher Eccleston. I don't think that was the case. I think he's just telling a little bit of a lie there.
Oh, who?
Christopher Eccleston, he just wanted, like, the leather jacket look.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if I can buy that much. But, like, there's been a lot of fan recreations of him in, like, a blue like, there's the real-time Big Finish, like, blue suit. Have you seen the
Y
blue suit version?
yeah, is there, like, Big Finish stuff with that too?
Just only real time, I believe. But fans have also just colored it into the episodes. There's also been, fan, recolorizations of it, of just the Fifth Doctor wearing, like, a suit that's just, like, a black coat with the blue, like, ascot or whatever the hell he has.
Mm.
Which he looks good when he's like that. Looks great in Revelation of the Daleks, where he has, like, a blue cloak. But yeah,
Yeah.
the outfit is just horrendous, and does not help him having such a big personality, and he has that big multicolored patchwork outfit. It's just so off-putting
I
that even
mean,
as a fan, I don't wanna watch this fucking show
maybe
anymore.
if he was more, like, Troughton-esque,
Yeah.
he could pull it off. Like, if his persona was more, you know, hobo or clown or something, it might fit, but it doesn't seem for what I can tell for his doctor, it doesn't seem to align.
Well, it does kind of align. It's just like it's the
I
Sixth
mean, I
Doctor
guess it works
wants
for this story where he's schizophrenic, but, like,
no, but, like, the costume, it's very much is like the Sixth Doctor wants to be seen. I feel like it does match his personality because it's like, "Look at me. I'm here in the room. Look at me with your eyeballs."
I guess.
But yeah, we haven't even talked about the story so far. But like,
I mean,
uh,
having this be the Sixth Doctor's first story is way more interesting than anything else that happens here. Like,
yeah.
Mestor and the twins, eh, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah. It's a very boring story, even though that it is a very convoluted story that doesn't really make any sense. Um, but at the same time, because it's so convoluted and I don't really care about what's happening, so I'm mostly just bored throughout the majority of the story.
I'm mostly just, yeah, watching Colin and seeing what crazy stuff he's doing.
Which I don't know if that was the point. Um, if it was, congratulations. But like, it's just I don't understand how they thought it was a good idea to do this. What they do the structure that they did
Yeah.
of saying, all right, we're gonna put out this episode, these 4 weeks of this new doctor, and then we're gonna set them off into the unknown for the next year for the show to come back and leave them with that sour taste in their mouth. And that's a good idea. Like, just it's a baffling decision.
Yeah, you want it to like, even if he had one more story, like, if we cut out, you know, some other story and he got another story that isn't post
Yeah.
regeneration, just so that we're not left with this as the final note of season 21. Like, I understand the I appeal of you don't need to wait a whole year for the next doctor. He's back next week. But
Yeah.
yeah, we have the crazy doctor. We don't have the real one.
But the problem is, Ben, this is the doctor. You're thinking that this is just that one episode. This is the sixth doctor for you.
He doesn't get a little more stable.
A little bit, but this this is it.
Does he just try and strangle Perry every episode?
No, 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 no. It's not going to go that extreme, but there is still that I am so great attitude. The egotist of the Sixth Doctor is present throughout.
I have to say also, like there are some moments here where like Colin is like menacing, like
Yeah,
evil, like you're a spy. I'm gonna keep like
yeah,
okay,
yep.
where he's like actually scary as
Mm,
backing Perry into a corner.
but that's also just like Colin's a good actor,
Yeah,
and I would say that like we talked a lot about in the retrospective last week, and just overall throughout the Fifth Doctor's run of how Peter Davison was the reaction to Tom Baker.
yeah.
Colin
This is
Colin is
definitely
the reaction to Peter Davison.
yeah.
He is more alien, where Peter wasn't. Peter was the friendly doctor. Colin is not the friendly doctor.
No, he has the presence that Peter did not.
Yeah. Like, which is why, like, again, he is well cast as the doctor. Like, Big Finish in particular proves this, that like he
Yeah,
is fantastically casted as the doctor.
it's
But it's just a
just
shame that he never got to play that role.
I'm hoping this isn't just a string of bad stories, but
I would like I want that. I'm gonna bookmark that. I'm gonna save that clip, send that to you, Ben, for the retrospective for the Sixth Doctor.
because there are Sixth Doctor lovers.
Yes.
Like,
There's fans.
there's a letterbox user, Dr. Ashley who has a review on every single Doctor Who thing that I they usually have good things to say, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I love Colin Baker, Sixth Doctor, best of the '80s." So like,
It has its offenders.
yeah, maybe I could be the defender one day.
Maybe you're gonna cosplay as a Sixth Doctor one day, Ben.
We will see. But what about Perry? Other than
You just feel bad for her this whole episode.
yeah,
It's just this is probably yes, there's a lot of things that happen to companions in Doctor Who. This might be one of the worst things that ever happened to a companion of
like
like
sure, people die, people get hurt, but not by the Doctor.
but also,
That
no,
breaks the
no.
contract.
She just experienced Caves of Androzani where she almost died and she had to deal with Jarvis Jack. And then she gets to the TARDIS, she gets saved, and then she has to deal with this. What a bad, like, she has not gotten no sleep from the Caves of Androzani to Twin Dilemma, remember?
Yeah, it's a bad break. Poor Perry.
I feel so bad for her. And like,
And for
you
some
know,
reason, by the end of it, like when Colin says, "Yeah, I'm the Doctor," and she gives a big smile, and I'm like, "No, girl, get out of there. You're in danger."
but she still has that hope that it's that same doctor is going to be in there somewhere.
Is it though?
We will see.
We will see.
But yeah, we have the twins, Ben. Let's talk about the twins. So there's these two twin boys that are just plain awful this episode.
Yeah.
Sadly, behind the scenes stuff, I don't know if you have read about this. There was some sexual things
Nothing.
in there of J and T like getting off on that with somebody other writer.
Huh?
It's like it was something for in joke or like it's really creepy and weird and disturbing that that ever
Huh?
happened. Um, the director Peter Moffat wanted to cast these two girl twins that thought were better actors, but J&T was adamant that they had to be two teenage boy twins, and that's why we got what we got. And they are miserable. They have no screen presence whatsoever.
The script instructed that the use would be a 14-year-old twin children, dark, extremely good looking, almost sexually so.
But there's other things behind the scenes that have been said that like it's very creepy. It was like an in joke type thing. Like it's just disgusting.
Oh, good.
And it just makes this worst story somehow even worse.
What about Asmael, who is,
Like, it's always somewhat interesting when we get another Time Lord.
yeah, he, not just any Time Lord, but the hermit on the hill that is mentioned in the Time Monster.
Like, it's cool, but also it's like,
His mentor.
I don't care for him at all this story.
He's just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
I think he dies well. That's a little bit
Yeah.
of an emotional death in
Yeah.
Colin's arms.
And like that first scene when Colin has to prove that he is actually the doctor is a fun scene. But like, yeah, this story overall, that's the main problem with Twin Dilemma is that it's very boring. But when it's not boring, it's Colin being so characteristically not the Doctor, which is why it has such a bad reputation amongst the
Yeah,
fandom. Like, if this story didn't have the sixth Doctor being so out of character, it probably would just be an average bad story. But
yeah,
because you have that Colin Baker being a crazy element to the story, it makes it in fandom's eyes be one of the worst stories ever made.
yeah. I don't want to see the Doctor do this stuff and say these things.
Yeah, that's not my Doctor.
No, that's not any Doctor.
No.
What about the main villain, Mestor?
The makeup is like I talked about this in the Frontiers episode that I hate every single time that it's a bug monster because it's so just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I
I
have no room of imagination.
I could never figure out, is was that eyes on his face? And then he has antenna, or are the antenna eyes and that's like nostrils?
I leave that for the scholars, Ben. The Doctor scholars are gonna be able to tell you that one.
I want to say like just the shot framing makes it seem like these are the eyes, but if you told me they were nostrils, I would believe you. But he's just kind of terrible, just nothing.
Nothing.
Just
It's so
not
broken.
even terrible, just nothing. I don't
Yeah. So, is it time for best how to improve this story?
I guess yeah. How could we this be fixed?
You make him be the Doctor, not this crazy person that I have no idea what he is and what he's
Oh
trying to
yeah.
be.
If you keep it poster generation,
Yeah.
I would tone tone the erratic behavior way down and restrict it to like part one. Have part one be the loopy doctor,
Yeah.
and then he figures it out, and now we can do the slug monster story that you really want to do for some reason. Um, instead of having him be erratic
Yeah.
throughout, having fits of anger and paranoia and cowardice and un- unheroic qualities
Yeah.
in such stark contrast from Androzani.
Yeah, but also it should what you should just have it be is like his actions from the part 1 cliffhanger is what clicks it into gear that, "Oh, no, I'm the doctor." Like, you could do something like that.
Yeah.
But then, like, again, like, this is one of those stories where it's so hard to say how to make it better because, what how to make it better is basically just rewrite the whole thing, chuck it in the garbage, and start from fresh.
If Eric Sayward made a lot of edits, I wonder what Anthony Stevens' original script looked like.
Beats me.
If maybe there was a good script and Eric Saber was like, "No, fuck you. I'm gonna throw in all this bullshit because I hate Colin."
Seke mostly rewrote the second half of the story. So,
Okay,
like,
so
the first half is
The
still
Strangulation is an Anthony Stevens original.
yes. Yes. Well, we don't know. That could have been a Sayward or a J&T note, or probably more Eric Sayward. It feels like an Eric Sayward idea.
Mm. Oh, here's a noteworthy thing. So his outfit has a little pin.
Yes,
Does that
cat pin. I
pin
love the cat pin.
does it change each episode?
I don't
Or
think
is
so. I
it the
think that was
same
an
one?
idea.
I have this idea in my mind that it changes. I might have hallucinated that.
Oh, yeah, he does change it. I was wrong.
Oh, it's always a cat, but it's a different cat,
Yeah.
seemingly. Is it better than celery?
Yes, but and I think a cat pin fits the Sixth Doctor very well because he's very much is a cat. Like, he's not gonna like you at first. Maybe he'll warm to you. Maybe he won't. Who knows?
Yeah. And even outside of, you know, Peri being strangled, I don't love her this episode either. She's very much
Ah!
Doctor, help! Just the whole time. Except when she's like trying to say, "Get your head in the game, Doctor. We gotta help this person. We gotta save this person." No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. It's just really whiny.
Yeah,
It's just it doesn't help when you have the Sixth Doctor you don't really wanna be with, and you don't wanna be with Perry either, so you're just stuck with both of them just being, like, miserable to watch.
yeah. I'm hoping their dynamic improves. I really liked Perry and Androzani. I thought she fit well, but we'll see. Uh, cliffhangers.
I know, best and worst special effect. Is there a
W-
best special effect?
I noticed the guns are using real fire or real blanks or whatever instead of special effect lines. That's something.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
think
look very good.
the outside, like, planet stuff actually looks pretty good this episode. The quarry work is actually pretty well done.
What are the who are the
And the big explosion in episode 2 is pretty well done too, of the model getting blown up.
did
That's
you
not a bad
catch
special effect.
what who are the people that work for Mestor?
I'm bad with names, man.
I guess the Jacundans who are
Yeah.
like kind of owl like. Makeup isn't horrendous. It's not
I don't like
great.
it.
It's interesting. It's
It looks
different.
I think it looks dumb. But the worst one is the main guy. Who's the
Mestor
main guy? Yeah, he's just awful. I hate bug animals and science fiction stuff.
I sent you a photo cam. The doctor should never be making that face. That is a evil face.
Yes, yes. I would agree. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about season 21 as a whole. We usually do this. This is a weird one just because we're talking about this is a weird one because we're talking about the new doctor.
Yes.
It's kind of just weird to tack on the end, "Oh, this is what we think of season 21 as a whole."
Yeah.
It also feels like
Because it's a
it
weird thing that the
yeah.
doctor changes and the season isn't over. It's
Also, it's weird
weird.
from our point of view because, like, in between Twin Dilemma in between Kids of Arizona and Twin Dilemma, we have done so much of we took breaks, we did the spare parts
From
episode, we also
our
did a
perspective,
retrospective
yeah,
episode,
especially.
so it's like us doing Warriors from the Deep feels like 2 years ago. So,
Yeah.
yeah, season 21 as a whole, I don't think it's great. It's the worst. That's the thing with, I would say, Peter, does it get worse even each season? I don't know. I don't think it gets worse each season because I think both of those first 2 seasons are pretty consistently the same.
Yeah.
Both have pretty low lows, but have pretty high highs and some consistency here and there.
If you're
This one
curious,
is the one where
the, uh,
even the
the
average stories aren't that great. So you just have a lot of lows and you have one really high high. At
yeah,
least in
the
our
problem
opinions.
is, I don't think there are really any. I mean, maybe Planet of Fire is the only average story we have.
And
We have
Frontiers, that's somewhat
I
average.
forgot, yeah. But, like, outside of that, the bad ones are really bad. Like, Warriors of the Deep, I give a 1. Um, and if I calculated an average rating. For reference, season 19, uh, average for both of us, uh, together is 7.1. Season 20, 7.2. 21, 5.8.
Which is also the lowest that we have been doing it. So since season 7, it's
That's
the lowest.
that's the lowest. Yeah, even taking into account me doing 1 through 6 season on my own, it's the worst average rated story or
Yeah.
season. Um, which Kaiser Androzani's so damn good, but the lows here are so low. Like Twin Dilemma,
Yeah.
Awakening, Warriors of the Deep, Planet of Fires, Frontios is okay, and Daleks is pretty good, and Androzani is amazing.
And then you have Twin Dilemma that just like the stinker at the end.
Yeah.
Um and it doesn't help that like I feel like season 21 is at the point of a production team where they've been doing it now for 4 years. And this is kind of when the gas started to run out. This is kind of when something new needs to change. You need a new doctor, you need a new companions, you need something new to freshen up the show. And you get that with Caves, but then you get that next thing, which is like it feels like Caves
Just
should have
leaves a
been
sour taste in your mouth.
the highs of Caves should have been probably Twin Dilemma, but instead it's the end of an era. So now we're starting off this new era with that same sour note as the majority of this season. So it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, they didn't learn anything from Caves of Arizona.
Very, very disappointing.
Yeah.
But here's
I think
hoping
that's all
that,
I have for season 21.
yeah, here's hoping season 22 is better than this.
Cut to 22 rankings and it's even lower.
It's a very it's a possibility.
I don't think so because I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to tank it as badly as like a one. Well,
You
no,
don't think
sorry,
Time
sorry,
Lash will
sorry,
be a
sorry, sorry,
1?
sorry, sorry. I forgot about Time Lash. Fuck. Because Time Lash might be the one that I do a one because I that was like my least favorite story that I've ever watched. So like, oh, the fact we have to do that soon. I'm not looking forward to that one.
Couple weeks.
Oh god. Join us then and suffer through us.
Yeah.
Suffer with us. I meant.
Suffer a long podcast.
Yeah, that's gonna be the rest of 80s Doctor Who until we get to season 24 or even 24 is supposed to be off. It's season 25 is when it gets good again. But anyways,
Stay optimistic. Glass half full, Cam.
yeah. But yeah, let's get the cliffhangers, Ben. Give
Yeah.
us the cliffhangers.
So 1, Hugo gains consciousness, says, "I'm gonna kill you," and the doctor raises an eyebrow and kind of looks surprised and
Yeah.
concerned. I don't know. It's a weird face.
It's a weird face.
2, Peri teleports into the TARDIS, sees the base explode on the scanner, and goes, "Oh no! Oh no! Doctor!" And has a weird face. Um, and 3, Peri is taken. Hugo lets the doctor know. He tries to escape to go to her, but is restrained. Asmael says, "If necessary, she must die." And the doctor says, "No, Peri," and makes a
With
weird,
another weird
they,
face.
like
Like,
not not concern or I don't know what faces he makes.
it's like a, "Huh? What?" Like,
I don't know. Um, what's the best one?
1 maybe? Maybe 2?
I maybe two.
Alright.
It's not.
Rankings and ratings, Ben. Give us ask me the
Cam,
question.
how would you rate the twin dilemma?
I give it a 3. Just because, like, I don't think it's as bad as Warriors from the Deep, but it's still pretty bad. And I still think, like, I enjoy somewhat of what Colin is doing, even though
Yeah,
I don't think it's exactly the Doctor, but I think he does a good job in moments.
I'll give it a 3.5. Uh, no, I'm gonna give it a 3.3 for an average rating of 3.15. Of course, we're gonna have to put an asterisk here where Doctor Who magazine, for some reason, considers the trial of a Time Lord one story instead of four. So the exact uh, placement is going to be a little off, but I think it probably wouldn't change too much because
Yeah, because it would always be number 1.
the twin dilemma is ranked for at all times ranked 8 of 8, the very bottom.
Wow.
And looking at, there's not a lot of variation in general here. They're all pretty consistent
Yeah. And would
throughout
you be
the
surprised, Ben,
decades.
if I told you in 2014 it ranked number 241 out of 241? So it is ranked the worst episode of Doctor Who by fans ever, which
In
is not the case
2011,
in
13,
2014.
2014.
Which
Wow.
isn't the case. We watched Warriors from the Deep just a couple weeks ago. It's not as bad as Warriors from the Deep, but
It's
it's in the conversation.
it's kind of offensive in a,
Yeah.
it's transcending the bad to the offensive. Like, this should not have happened. Not just this was boring.
Yeah.
In a similar kind of vein. Uh uh yeah.
It's bad. Join us next week. Attack of the Cybermen. Cybermen, Ben.
They're back.
I know you
Yay.
always wanted the Tomb of the Cybermen sequel.
Tomb sequel.
Yeah, did you not know that that's what Attack of Cybermen is? I apologize if I spoiled that for you.
I mean, I have watched the first part, so I know some part of
Okay.
this is on Telos.
Okay.
Um but also I thought maybe it was more invasion because like they're in the sewers, they're in the London
Mhm.
Underground.
Yeah. It's a very fan servicey episode.
I mean, it's got Totter's Lane, so for some reason, just randomly,
Join us next week. Attack of the Cybermen.
have a wonderful rest of your day.
Peace out.